Hello guys, this is Dr. Lior Bar-El, and right now we are done from the last episode. Make sure you look at that with the resin part, okay? Now it could use probably, I did about 2 days, but it should use about 3 days before you go into this. But for me, I put it near a fan and everything is dry and ready to go. Now what I'm going to be using is what I recommend everybody use a primer. Now I know some people say, well, you don't need to use a primer because you know, it's plastic or whatever. I know some people that don't use it, but the thing is, this baby right here actually shows the imperfections, so you can wet sand and it'll do, you know, it'll do great. So I mean, I do think that you should definitely get a primer. There's also one that says you know, like here, wet and dry sandable, as it says in the bottom here. So this is something good. There's some that don't say it, but to be honest, I got it already. And it has double cover, 2X. Okay? What I like to do is to cover up also the imperfections. So even though there's, I use the resin, so technically, you know, some people say you don't need it. I like to do that just to kind of grab it. And then afterwards, what I'm going to use, you could use whatever you want, but I'm going to use this. Okay, so we're going to put about maybe 3 coats or 4 coats of this baby right here, primer. And then I'm going to use about 7 to 8 coats of this baby here. So I got 3 of these. Now you could use whatever you want. I'm using hammered metal, but it's in bronze color. So I hammered bronze. And it's going to come out really, really beautiful. And I know some of you guys wanted me to test some of these out. I did have the silver one. Unfortunately, I don't know where the hell they delivered it to. They made a mistake. So I don't know what's going on there, but we'll find out. Now afterwards, you have to understand, even though, it did what it said it was gonna, you know, like it dries or whatever, it still didn't really cure. Okay, so what you need to do is wait about 7 days before you get yourself one of these babies here and completely lock it up with enamel, okay? So afterwards, I would do about maybe 2 to 3 coats of enamel on it just to cover this baby up. Some people would say 1 or 2 is enough. I like doing about 3 coats on top of that. So 4 coats, and then you go right into here, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. And you count every time you do 1 coat. I like to take about maybe 30 minutes to an hour before doing another coat, okay? So I have to do 7 coats of this baby right here. That's why I got 3 of these cans. 4 coats of this baby right here, okay? And then after 7 days... Okay, so first I do the primer, then I do 4 coats of the primer, 7 coats of the spray paint, and then after 7 days I'm going to hit it with about 3 coats of clear enamel. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm going to show you guys how it is. Okay guys, so first thing you want to make sure that you get yourself one of these masks right here, because this thing is very, very toxic. Next thing you want to put it on a vase right here. Or on any type of thing that can grab it, because you're going to want to twist it and not hold it when you turn it. You're going to need for it to rest, okay? So we're going to take this. Some people like putting this in warm water. Do this for about a while, just for a good like 30 seconds. Now I am going to tell you one thing. Let me just, I don't want to shake this thing too much. This thing's going to come out pretty awesome. Now you step about 3 feet away about, and you go into this sweeping motion, okay? So you go, you see that? Now this is the first coat, so don't worry too much about anything. Just fill it up. Now you don't want to go too in with this, and I'll tell you why. If you go too in, you're going to start dripping, and that already kind of kills everything. You want to just kind of get every angle, and then there you go. Then you want to twist it. You see, this is why it's so important to have that portion It's going to show some imperfections. See, like right here, that leak came actually, it's not from the paint, it's from the resin, believe it or not. Oh, crap. There we go. See, this is all resin drips right here, which I should have been probably more careful, but I'm actually going to use this to my cosmetics, and I'll tell you why. This is why always, I'm going to tell you, brush it all the time. Make sure you have a very thin coat. For my purpose, this is going to do well, because I kind of want it to be a little bit of a melted look on it anyway, because I'm doing Starkiller. So, and you're going to see what I'm talking about, why I do what I do. Alrighty. So you could also go up and down, that's not a problem. This is a good first coat. I didn't do the unders yet, but I will. Let me just get that. There you go. Now we're going to get the under, because you're going to want to do that for sure. Give me 1 second. Now, normally what you do, this is the first coat. Normally what you do, you're going to see now there's crackles everywhere, but that's because I made the resin purposely that way when I was doing it. I wanted it to kind of look a little bit melted, a little bit worn out. But if you're doing, like, let's say Iron Man, you could do it like I did with my Iron Man. Just very, very, always really cover it completely with the brush. Make sure nothing leaks or any one of these drips come to play, and you'll see you won't have any issue. Now, if you do have issues like that, you could always sand these, wet sand them, or sand them either with the sander itself, that electric sander. I'll take sandpaper or a sand block and just keep, doing that until you get it really, really polished and really nice looking. For me, I'm really happy with this design, and I'm going to show you the finished product, because I'm doing it a little bit different since I'm doing this for Han Solo's premiere. So obviously it's going to be ready for that, but I'm just going to give you guys an example right here. You see how it shows the imperfections? If I could see, where's that damn thing? I just saw it. All right, here we go. See, like the striations on the side, we couldn't see that before, and now we could see it. You see that? That's an issue. So definitely, you could cover it or do whatever you want with resin or something like that. But you see here, there's also little tiny holes on it, which we're gonna cover, which I covered already, but with resin. So it pretty much covered the hole, but the hole is still, it looks like there's holes there because it's exposed. Again, I personally don't care for this one, because this one is, for me, to be a worn out mask, and I want it to look as beat up and melted and like it's been through hell, and that's what I really want to do. So now we waited about, let's say, a good 2 minutes. We're going to do the same thing we just did, and I'm going to come back after the second coat. So give me a few. Okay guys, so this is the second coat. Now I'm going to see you guys back once it is, I'm actually going to give it probably about 5 coats. We'll see. I'll be back. So guys, I end up doing 5 coats right here. Sorry, 4 coats. I didn't go with 5. And I think pretty much this is great the way it is. Like I said, you see all these little drips here. They came from the actual, from the resin. My recommendation is, if you don't like these kind of things, definitely take it off, shave it off with sandpaper, wet it with, some people do soap. I would just wet it or just sand it off. But like I said, this one I'm not really concentrating too much on that. Otherwise, I would have went really light with the resin. But I want to give it a worn out look, so I'm perfectly fine with that. I even like, for example, this thing is not really a hole, it's covered. But if you see, the paint didn't take it, and I really like the way it looks. It's like kind of like sanded off, if you could see, so I'm really happy with it. So now we're going to go into using the spray paint. Okay, so we're going to get right into this right now. And this one has a little bit a smaller you know, sprayer, which I'm not a big fan of. I really like it when it's bigger, it's easier to handle, but you know, whatever, we're gonna do what we gotta do. So right now you gotta wait, give it about like 30 minutes for your primer to settle in. You're not looking to cure this primer, you're just looking to do look for the imperfections. Oops, sorry. So here we go, we're gonna do this. Again, I do apologize that I'm doing this with my hand, but you know, holding the camera with my hand, but it is what it is. So let's see what this thing does. You guys wanted me to look at this and see if it produces results. I gotta tell you, so far I am not liking the handle on this thing. I think I've actually I don't like the sprayer at all on this. Definitely not cool. I think I'm gonna replace it with another one. Let me just, there you go. Oh, this is hard. So this is definitely not the sprayer I want, but it'll do for now. Really uncomfortable with this. I knew I was gonna be too. Give me a second. Guys, look at my hands. This is definitely a horrible sprayer. I don't know why they didn't have the bigger ones like this one. This kind of really annoys me. It's really hard to control on this thing when you're dealing with sprays. So I know you guys asked me to review this, and I'm giving it a review right now as I'm doing this, and this thing really sucks. But the color is amazing. I mean, look at this. And now, this isn't when the power starts kicking in. When this baby dries up, that's when you're going to start to see the hammered look. You can already kind of see it's building this little powdered look, and it's going to get better and better. I need about 7 coats of this baby on this. So I'm going to see you in about, if you give me, you know, just a movie magic, we'll see it after 3 coats, and then I'm going to show you after 6 coats. Sorry, I'm going to show you after 4 coats, then I'm going to show you after the 7th coat. Okay, so see you on the 4th coat. Okay guys, so as you can see, right now we have 4 coats on this already. It's starting to look a little metallic. As you can see, really nice. I really dig it. Kind of weird though. See how the lines are showing up? That's the striations. Usually I could just sand those off, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to be doing a lot of freaking weathering work to this crap anyway. So, like I said, pretty cool. Love how this came out. Really nice. So this is 4 coats into it. Don't pay attention to this. These little leaks here are not from the actual can, but I am going to say this, guys. This can sucks. If you guys want I mean, the colors are amazing. I mean, it's incredible. It looks actually like freaking metal. I also got the gray one that apparently didn't come to me, and I think I'm going to go with the bronze. I really like the way it looks. But I am going to say one thing. So far, I mean, once it cools off, it's going to have this kind of look. Okay, so we need to let this actually cure. But the thing is, this stupid little crap, you're going to have to buy one of those sprayers that I recommend getting anyway. It's just, I mean, look at the difference. And I can't replace the head on it because if you look, this is what they did. So it's this kind of, you know, spray here. So it's not like this one where you move it out. Let me get this out here. And it has this big point sticking out there. So you could just put that in. So because of that, I can't even interchange, which really sucks. So anyways, this is 4 in it so far. So good, really like it. I like the way the sides of it are. As you can see, this is already starting to look very metallic. And now I'm going to show you about 7 coats in. I might even do 10 coats. We'll see how it works out. So anyways, be back in the 7th coat. So guys, this is 7 coats right here. You see it already is starting to look a little metallic. You see that hammered look? It's already getting that hammered look. And of course I didn't even leave it out yet. See, look at that, all that hammered look. Starting to look like one of those old bronze statues. So looking pretty good right now. This is 7 coats later. Now, I usually like doing it anywhere from 5 minutes to 30 minutes every coat. You could do it, obviously there's no wrong answer, you could do it anytime you want. But what I do is after the 7th coat, I wait like overnight and I leave it outside in like regular temperature. That being said, I'm in New York City, so things are a little bit different. You know, depends where you are. If you're in Arizona or something, you got heat. If you're in New York right now, it's kind of cool air a little, you know, kind of breezy, nice weather. I'm gonna leave it overnight and come back and say about 24 hours later, and then I'm gonna probably hit it with another 3 coats. As you see, this thing is almost empty, so the whole thing is about a can, because after the 3 coats or 2 coats, whatever I decide, if I decide to put it after 24 hours, it's going to take that entire can. This is why it's good to have 2 cans or 3 cans with you. I recommend 3 cans to order, and you'll be fine. With these, obviously this, for some odd reason, lasts longer. So even though I did about 4 coats, sorry, of this, I'm going to do 4 coats on the inside, and it's going to last as well. And this thing is going to be, you know, I'm going to have to use another can for that. So far, so good. You see it already starting to get that little dots. You see that? That is already a texture that I was looking for. That is the hammered look, what they're talking about. You see it's starting to set in. So in about 3 days, you're going to see that this baby sets, and we're going to come back to that, and I'm going to hit it with enamel. I'm going to just show it to you 3 days later when it's all settled. But first, I'm going to show you after 24 hours how this baby looks, and we'll get right into it. Okay, guys, 7 coats later and 24 hours. Guys, my goodness. I mean, obviously it didn't cure. It's dry, but it didn't cure. But look how amazing this looks already. It already has that hammered effect, and it's like, it's glossy too, which is pretty freaking amazing. I mean, I love what's going on over here. Look at these things. They're slowly gonna all be like that, I hope, because I really like it. It kind of looks like marbling in a way. Let me see if I could get that in focus. Really incredible. Let's take a look at the ear part. Oh my god, this looks like it is 100% bronze. Like, this isn't even doing it justice, people, I'm telling you. This is not doing it justice. This is just out of this freaking world. Really incredible. See that? Look at that. The marbling is starting to happen here, which is starting to look a lot like this. See that? It just needs time to cure. But now 24 hours later, look how beautiful it is. It's all dry. Ooh, and look at the texture. Wow. The texture is actually, some of them is like very smooth. I guess it didn't rest, but this one here, it's like sud. It looks so cool. Like hard sud. Can't explain it, but it's just amazing. Really. So now we're going to do 3 more coats, and I'm going to see you after that. But this is so far looking incredible, y'all. Take care. Bye. So guys, after 3 coats, kind of looks the same right now. We're going to have to wait, obviously. But look, some of the marbling disappeared because obviously it's wet now again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait about 3 days in and then do the inside of it. And then let it dry out all together. Sometimes what I would do is wait 7 days, put the enamel on it, and wait another, you know, whatever, 3-4 days or whatever before I do the inside. But I'm gonna just do it all in one whop. Already, some of it already got hit pretty well. But remember, you don't need to be neat on the inside, so you can just pretty much spray the whole thing. But right now, I can honestly say 10 coats all together, and the bottle is dead now. Okay, so 10 coats, not bad for an entire helmet on one bottle. I am going to use one more bottle on the inside to just make it all completely there. And I'm going to wait 3 to 4 days. Actually, I'm going to wait about 4 days to make sure and see where it's at. And afterwards, do the inside. Wait about 7 days on that baby. And then, you know, I'm going to enamel the hell out of it after the 7th day on the top here. And then the inside after whatever the 7 days goes through on that one. So I'll, in about 4 days, I'll come back and show you how it looks. Have a good one, guys, for now. Okay, guys, so basically I'm using now a new can. And as you can see, look how beautiful it looks on the inside. Just colored it. You just basically can hold it in. You don't even have to sweep. Just go like this. Go anywhere in here. Remember, nobody is seeing anything, so it doesn't matter. Just fill that baby up everywhere. And now go on the sides here. You see all this side, the entire edges, you want to get that. Because that, you don't want to leave exposed. All the insides here. We're going to do it 3 coats. Okay, you're not going to go 7 coats on this. It's perfectly fine. 3 coats. So now we're 2 in, and now we're going to go again. So I'm going to see you in about, after the days have passed, when we're going to start putting the clear acrylic. I haven't put it on both sides. What I'm going to do is, after it's done, I'm going to do it on one side. After 7 days, it has done on this side, and then over here after 7 days, when it's done on that, I'm going to spray it with acrylic as well, and then we're going to have it complete just like that. So as you can see, so far it's looking good on the thing right here. So far so good. So we're going to go about 30 seconds in, and we're going to do it again. As you see, I think even 2 coats is way too enough for this thing, but just in case, you know, you want to hit it every place that you missed, because you see all these. This is a very complicated helmet. I'm sure if you do Iron Man and stuff, it's very, very to the point. So here we go. Just like that. Just spray it slow on the side. See there? Cover it here. See that? Look at that. All the striations covered. That's what you want to do. Let it leak. It doesn't matter. The inside nobody sees anyway. And we are done. That's it. That's all I need to do. I'm going to come back tomorrow. I'm going to see what there is. And now because it's down and laying down, it might get... you see this kind of texture, which I really like anyway. But we'll see. If it doesn't look good, I'm going to paint the outer layer again, and I'll be able to put it on my vase over here, my vase here, vase or whatever vase. Put it on top of that, or and start going to town on that shit. So anyways, see you then. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye. As always, guys, if you like what you see, self-funded here, be sure to check out all my other stuff, from mini-series to unboxings to technology, you know, and Nintendo reviews and 3D printer reviews and all that good stuff. If you like what you see, the only way you can help the channel is by liking this video, subscribing, and hitting that bell button. As many more cool videos to come. Definitely want you guys in it, and I want you guys to be vocal. Definitely comment down below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.